Hey guys, this is Mavi. Welcome back to another hot topic in real estate. And today we have somebody special here, Mr. Ellis. He's my brother from another mother. And look at this
Thank
guy
you.
looking good, eh?
Thank you so much. Hey, it is a pleasure. It is a pleasure being with you. You're doing awesome things.
Yep.
And I would like to thank you.
Thank you for making time. I know I've been chasing you for a long time, and today finally I got some time with you.
Absolutely.
And guys, this is true. Actually, we were talking 6 months ago. The reason I wanted to bring Alice here, 6 months ago we were having chat in our office, and he said something that kind of stuck me. And today when I saw this becoming a reality, and then I really wanted to see his point, like where he came from when he said those things 6 months ago. Actually, it was more about real estate, generally about the market. When everything was going up, actually he said in the conversation, like, Mavi, watch, this is gonna come down. And then now when everything got stuck within a few weeks, it was just a matter of time. And really want to pick your brain, like, so how did you make that prediction, Alice?
Okay, so I'm glad you listened. Okay, you paid attention. So it let me try to put it this way. When you're close to the fire, we have a boiling hot market, and you're close to the fire. So how do you feel? You feel warm. You see nothing but the fire. It's blinding almost, right? You feel that, right?
100%.
So that's what happened 6 months ago. Everybody was too close to the fire, boiling hot market. Nobody sees nothing but, I need to be there. I need to make that move for whatever reason. But what I tried doing, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I try stepping out. So when you step away from fire, you see the fire. You see exactly what's going on around. You see a little bit the dark space. You see stuff like that, if you know what I mean. So this is what I did. Like, I mean, there's obviously many factors involved when it comes to, economy on a large scale, microeconomy, real estate, and all of that stuff. But like these low interest prices. I mean, interest rates. They're too low.
It's like cheap money.
It's cheap money, right? So there's a saying for that, right?
Yeah.
So we do you like to make money?
Oh, love to make money.
You love to, but it's illegal. You know that, right?
Making money?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's illegal to make money, right?
If we make it.
Yes, but you can get money. That's a different story. So you cannot make money, right?
So actually, I wanted to bring a point. What he exactly just said here now, like he said, like, if you want to make money, means like you cannot print money. You don't have the obligation. If you start printing money, it's illegal. But if the government does, it's totally fine, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, I understand, like, like the inflation rates, and they had to print the money and all of that stuff. But all I'm saying, it is extremely dangerous, right? Because in the last X amount of years, in the last 10 years, we printed more money than we ever printed. Ever since money exists. So hold on a second, like in the last 10 years, we printed billions and billions of dollars. It helped, obviously, keeping us afloat and all of that stuff, but there is a consequence that usually comes.
Usually, I heard in a show that everything comes with a price.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, so it helped kind of in that phase of time, that it helped, like, to stabilize the economy.
They had to do something about it, right?
But the consequences we are seeing now, and I think, I don't know, like, you made this prediction 6 months ago. I'm seeing it now. So what do you see like next 6 months?
So I just want to explain what I thought and what I still think, right? Because when money becomes a cheap commodity, right? So there's also another layer to that. So my $20 bill, it's the same like your $20 bill. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Or your $20 bill, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same money.
Same money.
So it has the same value kind of thing, and it's liquid. It's fast. I give you $20, it's an instant. You give me $20, it's an instant, right? So it's no problem, right?
Yeah.
So, but when you're dealing with the real estate assets, right? That's more hard asset. It's harder to exchange. Right? Much harder than stocks. Much harder than $20 bills.
$20 bill, exactly.
Right? So it takes time. There's a process involved and all of that stuff. So So over the last, like, let's say 2 years, what happened, that hard asset went closer to the liquid asset.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I was exchanging actually. There was a phase like you list your property and in 2 days it's sold firm.
Right.
Yeah.
So now we go from a hard asset into a closer to a liquid asset in a category of a stock or your actually money. So everybody has that prediction. I can list my home on Monday. I'll have a firm deal on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm,
week
cashing
later,
out in a month, because whatever I say, it will go.
It will go, yeah.
I want a closing date in 3 weeks. Trust me, agents will make it happen.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. So that's one thing. And when you have that, it's like people try to play with that. Why not bank on that liquid, right? Why not, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's buy 3-4 properties. Don't worry about it. Pre-cons, pre-build. Let's strategize and all of that stuff in order to get into the gains, right? And we've seen gains, right?
Yeah, and it was just crazy. I think like at the point, like when you're seeing that kind of gains in such a short time, and everybody starts believing this is the game everybody can play. Everybody become an investor. Right? Yeah, everybody can become an investor. To be honest, like, but it's just so much numbers, because when people see so many gains, it triggers their emotions. Right?
Yes.
People don't see the numbers and everything, but like a guy like you who actually been into the game for a long time, and personally, when you calculate the numbers, like where it's getting wrong. It's too much emotions and less of the numbers.
Yes. Well, the emotions. I mean, like we got hit, like all of us, like mentally, physically, financially, and in so many different ways, right? Like we had the pandemic, whether it's still on or off, questionable, but it was there for a long time, right? Yeah. So I remember selling homes when the pandemic started. Like in the first 90 days, at the time I had 7 listings under my belt, right?
Yeah.
So I could not sell a listing if my life depended on it, like, what I mean?
Yeah.
So it like one of those things, right? So I understand, and then the terminations, and people want to get off the market, and people were afraid, like to kind of go through showings and whatnot, right? Like we were walking around, I was walking around with gloves, double mask, like I looked like an alien, like like I want to show you a home, like what I mean? So and it is what it is, and some people saw maybe the opportunity, but I would say at the time people that needed to actually buy for whatever reason, maybe they sold 2 months ago and they needed to buy a property, so they still had to go through the process, right? So maybe at the time got a good deal, right? Make sense?
Yeah. And what do you see in the next coming months? You see the market slowing down right now.
Yes.
So what would you say now, looking 6 months that coming ahead? Because you see all the news coming out every month. There, interest rate spikes. Interest finally start kicking off now. I see people when we talk about the interest rates, a lot of people don't understand that part.
Sure.
At that part, like when they dropped down, it was holding on to 3% or whatnot, right? And they dropped down to almost like 1 point something. Yes. And then everybody's willing to accept that part. Oh, this is how it should be. But now when they start
south, we're good, right?
And now when they start kicking in, and then I had like conversation like 6 months ago, I knew that it's gonna go happen, like it's gonna start going up. And then people like no, they cannot do it because this is not possible. Sometimes people just don't want to accept that.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So we have 2 products.
Yeah.
Like just in a nutshell, 2 products: variable rate and
fixed.
Great, a fixed rate. So when you're a variable person, you're basically gambling on the market, the future market. So it's like, okay, so let me take the variable because I'm gonna gamble. And there's different I'm not a banker, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not but I know product, like so if the variable rate goes up, you pay more interest, less goes to your equity and all of that stuff. But then you hit a certain limit, then they have to bump your interest rates and all of that stuff. So there's a lot of scarcity going on. So if I could predict a market in, let's say, 6 months from today, a lot of things are gonna come at the same time, right? So you will have people that had bank pre-approvals.
Yeah.
They have to go to the bank again and get approved, correct? Because it expired, right?
Yeah. If it's only lasts for 4 months.
So 4 months, 3 months, 4 months, whatever, depending on the bank. So now they're in the territory where they're going back. Now the purchasing power is less.
Yeah.
Right? Now their mindset is different. Oh, hold on a second. What does this mean? So if you go 6 months ago, nobody, like say variable rate 1.45%, I'm good. You know what I mean? Don't worry about that. You know.
Yeah.
So nobody's thinking that it could be 2.4% in 6 months, which it is today.
Yeah, which is today.
And it is likely that we will have another, 4, 5, 6 increases by the end of the year.
Yeah. Could be. Yeah, because the inflation is going is going out of the roof right now, right? They have to, if they don't do anything to control the inflation, everything's going to go out of the range. Right, so somehow they have to control that, and then they have to bump up the interest rates to stabilize it, and then obviously I think it's going to slow down the economy, which is we already seeing it, because big factor is like a housing market that contributes to the economy, right?
So if I could answer the question in one sentence, what the correction is going to look like, in my opinion, I think the correction already happened by 10%, depending on the areas. But let's say just comfortably, we say 10%. 10%, overall somewhere, okay? But then if you look at the map, we will go back to 2020 pricing or 2019 pricing in a very short period of time, whatever that looks like. And every community obviously is different, schools, city, not city. And we had the pandemic scarcity moves, or that people that were retiring and they wanted to do the move anyway. They just thought, okay, that it's time now, right? So a lot of these cities and pockets that I myself was servicing in 2020 heavily, Kitchener, Cambridge, London, Windsor, Niagara Falls, Grimsby, Stony Creek. Like even Stony Creek was close. It's like, oh, that's local, you know what I mean? I had to drive hours to get out because people wanted to be out. Like some people wanted like to have like a little piece of land or backyard or whatnot. So what happened, they were still selling in a prime booming location, which is the core GTA, Toronto, Etobicoke, Mississauga going west, and obviously Scarborough, Markham, or whatever. And they were taking that money and buying a product that was less, right? So they sell for $1 million, they buy something for $6 million, right? So they sell for $1.5 here, they buy something for $8. So it's usually they buy 30-40% less somewhere else. So what happened? It triggered another phenomena. So all of a sudden, London saw extreme boom. Like I was talking to some agents, and I remember it's like, we had good times, a few years ago when it's like $5,000 apart on a bidding war. Oh my gosh, I would lose a bidding war for $1,000, $500. Like these GTA Toronto people, they're throwing 50,000, 100,000, like at a time.
It's just like, take it. Like we want the house.
So these guys were fainting over there. Especially these, colleagues that were in the business for 20. They never saw anything like that. Their house is like 450,000. I come with an offer 600. They're like, I don't know what to do. Accept it. Like, I don't know. Like it's go. So they like, that's what happened, and it kept going on and on and on, and the prices started to jump, and everybody saw the opportunity. 25%, 30% increases. Let's go. So I think that when we get back in these areas to 2020 pricing, I think is definitely going to soften down. Like
So now, simply in words, we can see you see the prices going down in 6 months and maybe hit like whatever the prices were in starting of 2020. Sort of that thing. But I want to contradict, like if you see all the agents or everybody's posting on social media trying to comfort all other people, oh no, what is just a hiccup, is gonna go back, we know the market, the supply and demand, like everybody's like, oh, we are always short on supply, we have big demand, because this is a basic right part.
Sure.
That everybody says, like do you have any contradiction on that point?
Yes, because it's only one-way street. Like, I mean, it's easy to say it's a hiccup. I do agree.
Yeah.
It's a hiccup.
Yeah.
How long the hiccup is gonna last? it's another question, right?
Another
because
question, yeah.
the previous hiccup that we had was in 2018.
Yeah.
17,
18 part.
18.
Yeah.
So in 2017, we had the same thing. Like, we had like crazy bidding wars and all levels, all price ranges and all of that stuff. We didn't know what to do, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, at one point I was taking, clients to some areas in the city that, they're not very reputable, but they had no choice. They had to do something, right?
Yeah.
So then 2018, there was a hiccup, but we didn't have inflation.
Yeah.
We didn't have gas prices.
Yeah.
We didn't have broken chain when it comes to supply issues. Yeah. We didn't have conflict in Europe. We didn't have interest rates going up.
Yeah.
From
very low.
very low,
yeah.
Going up. We didn't have only thing that we had is, like, they said, okay, so we're adding another tax for foreign buyers.
Yeah.
Boom, scare the market.
Yeah,
that's it.
I think they are coming with the new federal budget today, and there are rumors that they might ban foreign buyers for 2 years. I don't know how it's going to affect the market, but I don't know if it's lollipop or...
Well, listen, like, how it's going to affect the market. I mean, at the end of the day, they increase it by 5%. So if somebody is paying 13%, 15%, what's another 5% if I want to be here?
Yeah.
So technically we're not, like, if somebody's really looking at it.
And another thing is, if you see the number for the foreign buyers is less than 5%, in the Canada. So
that's what I'm saying. So it's like that's not gonna affect it much. And people that want to be here,
yeah,
it's like buying an exclusive vehicle and say, oh, if you want an extra spoiler, it's another 5,000. Well, I paid $500,000 for the car, so just add it. Like
yeah. So what's your advice for somebody who's in the market, like, just for the buyers or and for the sellers too? So what's your opinion? What do you want to tell them?
So sellers have to understand that every week there's a different story on the street.
Yeah.
Regardless what the media says, not regardless, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about social media. Right? So every week is different. Mm-hmm. So it's the same thing what happened when the prices were going up, right?
Yeah.
So they're watching with the Ellis. This guy sold 300,000 more. So yeah. So your house
I want 350.
400 more, right?
400 more.
Now it's the same way. So if a house sells versus 2 million, they sell for 1.7. So you're 1.7 or 1.65 maybe. I don't know.
I think sellers are having a hard time to accept that right now.
Well, yes, but now the question, you can ask a simple question like, are you selling for profit? Well, what's the reason of sale, right? Like, some people are retiring, selling, that's fine. Some people are selling because they need that extra profit and all of that stuff. But now we're talking about supply chain issues and stuff like that, right? Like that's the biggest issue here. But now, like, if you're only looking at the space of Mississauga or whatever, right? Like, so we will have probably 8,000, 10,000 new condominiums that will finish within a year or two. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. Brightwater, City, Oro, like so many projects. Yeah. So let me ask you a question, right?
Sure.
So if a client use the money to buy that investment property with their equity of their home, and now what's gonna happen when that, well, eventually they will finish the project, and if their house it's not matching the expectation for the bank, what's gonna happen, right?
No, what's gonna happen, either they have to close with their own money, or they have to sell on the
which
discount.
Is unlikely, because if they had money, they would use the money.
And it could be a difficult situation if either they have to sell it. Okay. Right? So either it's just, I think it might go on negative if the market doesn't improve or whatever. Like if, let's say if they bought like end of 2020, right?
Sure.
They bought it for 500,000 and the market price right now like 700,000. And the buyer, when the project is going to finish up, if it comes down to the point where they bought it, so they're gonna probably even out.
Okay.
Right. If market goes even a little more down, so they're gonna be on negative side.
But what I'm asking you, they took the equity from this 2020 jump, that 30% jump. They took the equity, right?
Yeah.
So if your house was $1 million, now it's worth 1.3.
Yeah.
So you say, okay, I'm gonna take $200,000.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy that investment property at 500, whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
Right. So then in 2023, when they have to close, whether that condo went up or down, it doesn't really matter. Let's say it is up.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. That's not the question here. But now the bank is saying, okay, so your property is not 135 now or 14, it's 115. So the equity that we cannot give you, it's not the same. And you have to back that equity with your income.
Yeah.
And how does this work? You see what I'm saying? So right? Like it's not only one thing.
It's just not only one thing. It could go into negative equity situation.
So now you got pre-approved based on a certain percentage.
Yeah.
At that time.
At that time, yeah.
So what if it goes by 1% or 2%?
Yeah.
Or 3%? What's going to happen? So see, the whole scale, it's different now.
It's different now. Yeah. It's not the one aspect. It's so many factors coming together, and then formalizing the market. It's just it's scary.
It's scary.
It's scary.
It's scary for a lot of people. But I still think that the real estate is definitely a good asset to have or own.
Yes, but I think it just only works if your numbers are right. You gotta really look at the numbers, like the point, like with your income, how you investing.
Sure.
Like sometimes people just do like anything, but like they just listen to the other people. They don't do their own numbers.
Well, like it depends on your lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
Like some people don't want to give up their nice cars or nice clothing or whatever the case might be. And then there's the other aspect of maybe social media or because everything is presented. I deal with first-time buyers. They're like, "Hey, Ellis, we would like to buy a home. We have 5% down, and we this, we that." So okay, but they want 3,000 square feet, double car garage, because they're not stupid. They want a pool, all of that stuff. I'm like, okay, buddy, like, is this a Hollywood movie or something? Like, so let's be realistic. Baby steps. I'm not saying you cannot get there. You should get there. You deserve to be there.
Yeah.
But if you can do something in the meantime, not to sit on the sidelines, because you have the other side of clients or buyer clients that say, I'm going to rent. First year 24,000, second year 28,000. It's going up, right?
Yeah.
Then the no security.
Yeah.
What if the landlord says, okay, I'm moving in, you got to move out? Where are you going to go? Kids are going there to school. Like, for some, so you feel like you're missing something. Right?
Yeah.
So ownership is good.
Ownership is good. Definitely, like I think, as you mentioned, like you have to do the baby steps and measure your expectations.
100%.
Right? Like, just see the real thing. It's not like a Hollywood movie. Like, you want this and that, like with the price you have. But exactly. And what else we left with today?
What else are we left with? Well, okay, so let me kind of try to summarize it very quickly. You have to do the things that you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And not only like I'm comfortable with the risk.
Yeah.
Like like you still have to do your due diligence.
Yeah.
Just being comfortable with risk doesn't mean it's smart thing to do.
Yeah. Or maybe the term is called calculated risk.
Calculated risk.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe. Yeah. So I think that, and then like talk to your realtor friends, like talk to people that know this stuff and they have both spectrums.
Yeah.
It's not everything is great, woo, everything is fine, like no problem,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
so we cannot be selfish as well. Like we have to understand that those are the people.
Yeah.
That's their livelihood. Like that's how they're gonna live.
Yeah.
Based on your decisions as a realtor, you have to have knowledge.
Yeah.
You have to kind of show them both sides. But
Both sides.
I still think that the game will continue.
Yeah.
And I think there's gonna be great buying opportunities
Coming in future.
coming very soon. And how long that dip is gonna last, because we get used to everything, right? Like we're just people. We just okay, so let's get used to it, right?
Yeah.
So I see a lot more money coming from grandparents and parents, and there's all these guys with bitcoins and all of that making millions and stock money. I don't know, right? Like, so money is coming from all over the place.
Yeah.
It's just like for people that are just 9 to 5, or for people that I think it's still definitely a good asset to own in life, 100%.
All right, thank you so much, Ellis, for your time. I
been a
know we
pleasure.
already took a lot of time from you today, and then probably we're gonna catch up on another topic soon.
100%.
And if you can allow us to book an appointment with you.
Yes,
Next-
Mavi, anytime.
And thank you so much, brother.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate
brother.
it, brother.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys,
Thank you.
thank you for watching us, and then please stay tuned and keep watching everything. If you're in the market, just there might be opportunity to buy on discount prices. So
Yes.
and stay informative, guys, and like, subscribe, and then we'll see you guys in another video. Thank you and take care.
Thank you.